fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here today to kit up my next project. And I'm going to be doing this one a little bit differently. I told you guys I had a plan for this one. So what I'm kitting up is my Everyone is Welcome Here kit. But what I'm going to be kitting up into is my ArtDot trays. So this is a set of 30 that I got that I ordered on Amazon. It says keep calm and diamond paint on the back. I have 10 of these size and 20 of these size because there was 30 in the package. These don't have lids and I'm going to be stacking them. So what I'm going to be doing is kitting up into these as trays and then using them this way. I am reserving one from each. So like this stack only has 9 in it because I'm reserving the top one to be a cover. So like when I'm done for the evening diamond painting, I'll just stick that on and they all, fingers crossed, will stay where they're supposed to be. So that top one will act as a lid. This kit only has 17 colors, so I'm hoping that will be enough. And I've kind of divided them into ones that I have a lot of, so they're going to go in these larger trays versus like this color that has hardly any drills, so obviously that can go in a smaller tray. I do have 6 bags of 310. So I know they're not all going to fit in here. What I'm going to do is put 1 bag of 310 in one of the larger ones, and then I'm going to put the rest of them. I think I'm only going to be able to fit 3 in here, so I might just let the other 3 bags float. I don't know. Maybe I'll fill up another one of these. I'll decide what I'm going to do. But I don't need to label anything. I'm going to put the labels on the trays rather than on this. I'll know this is 310. So just to get that out of the way, I've got my handy dandy little funnel here from Sasha's 3D printing. And I've already started off by spilling things everywhere, so good to go. Looks like there's a little bit of static in here. So let me go grab my static spray. Okay, these are staticky. Okay, I had to get some static guard out, but this one isn't completely full. I've still got 3 bags left. I can't fit another full bag in here. So I think I'm just going to leave it at that and leave those here. I'm going to put 1 bag in here, but I need to label it. I need to label my tray. And I'm debating if I want to label it on the side or if I want to label it on the end. I feel like labeling it on the side will make it easier. We'll see how that goes for me. Okay, so I'm only going to put 1 bag in here. I'm going to leave these 2 other bags just the way they are. And I'm just going to pour them into this tray. Maybe I should put some of these in the, because I still have some room in this, maybe I should put some of these in here. Not a ton of them, but some. Make sure that's there. Let me just pour some of these. Before I get them everywhere, let me do what everybody recommended and put this one on as a lid so they don't spill everywhere, and then I can just pour them out until that's full. Okay, that looks pretty full right now. So now I've got that one completely full. I've still got my 2 bags, but now I've got my 310. Let me scoot them back from the edge there so they can sit like that. Okay, so then all of the other ones over here are ones that I think are going to take the large size trays. So the first one is the first fairy dust drill. So again, I'm going to put the, maybe I should be putting them on the sides, but I'm going to put them this way for now. And of course it figures that the first one that I decide to do has static, but I don't have time today to do a bunch of my testing and stuff with it like I would normally. So just going to kind of spread those out a little bit, and then I'm going to stack them carefully right there onto the other one. Okay, and then this one is going to be one of my ABs. So I'm going to put this here, and let's see how these come out. Okay, so those were not staticky. Again, I'm just shaking them out so they're kind of spread out inside there. And then I'm going to stack them with those. My next one is another AB. This is my orange AB. There's a lot of ABs in this kit because I think all the ABs in both fairy dust are going in these big trays. All right, let me pour these out. And maybe I should not be pouring them in these big trays, but this is an experiment. So this is what I'm going to do. It may turn out horribly, who knows? All right, so then I've got my white AB. And again, I get comments from a lot of you about sometimes the way that I choose to do things doesn't make any sense to you guys. That's okay. Sometimes the way you guys do stuff doesn't make any sense to me. We all work differently. And even though I get frustrated sometimes because things don't go the way I expect, it's a frustration because they didn't go how I thought they would, not because I'm not having fun diamond painting or anything like that. All right, and then this one is the last fairy dust. So let me put this one here. Okay. I love these fairy dust drills. They're so pretty. The little metallic sparkle kind of from all the mica powder. Trying to make sure they're all seated well, so if I pick them up, they don't just spill everywhere. That's my nightmare. Woof. Okay, so I've got 2 of these left, and I actually have 3 large trays left, so maybe I'll make 2 of them black. We'll see. So 6012, this is one of Diamond Art Club's new colors. Again, I'm not sure how new they are. I think it's been well over a year since they started doing this. I'm just behind getting caught up as usual. See, now this I'm not a huge fan of because these drills are almost the same color as the tray, and that's hard on my old eyeballs. But I'm just going to leave it at that. Since that's where I put them for now, that's just where they're going to stay. Again, trying to make sure that everything is stacked tight so that I don't dump things everywhere when I go to pick them up. Okay, let's see how these come out of here. These seem kind of sticky almost. Like not just staticky, but sticky, like they're sticking together. Ooh, and they stink. So these maybe didn't get dried all the way before they got bagged. So not a ton. Guess they're not too bad. And then I have one more big tray, but all I have left really is all of these, which I don't have too much of. So I think I'm going to save that for a minute. I'm going to put this one on top of it. So I've got a nice stack of all of these, and I can pick them all up and they're not going to go anywhere. I have one extra one that I will hang on to, but I do have a bunch of these. So let me start doing those first. Let me clean off some of my mess and I'll be right back. Okay, so 703 and then 943. And I'm going to put them on this side as well, even though there's not as much room on these. And then 972. Okay, it has been spill central here today for me for some reason. Every time I go to do one of these, I spill it. That one had a black one hidden in there. All right, so let me stack those. I'm not even worried about what order I'm stacking these in necessarily. I'm just putting the drills in the trays, and then, I mean, some of these have so few drills, I probably could just uncover the whole canvas and do those color drills on the whole canvas and then put it away. All right, so let's see, what have I got here? 433 and 606. Again, the amount of drills in some of these is just hardly any. And here's a 6000. This is another one of the Diamond Art Club. I don't want to say it's only their colors. I mean, it's probably only them using it. But they're using Pantone colors, so I mean, the color exists. Just double checking there to make sure I put the right color in the right tray. Okay, not very many of these to pour out, like I said, even though they keep jumping everywhere. I'm trying to make sure I've got them all seated properly so they're not going anywhere. I do like this sky blue. That's really pretty. So that's those. How many colors do I have left? I've got 2 of these out, which definitely could do those. And then I think I'm going to put this last yellow one. Do I want to do that? No, I think I'll put it in a third one. Because I have extras of these, I have 20 of the small ones. I think I'll use those up. And that way I can save the one big one that I have left. And maybe I'll go ahead and dump. Well, I've got 2 bags left though, and it won't fit in there. So maybe I won't use that one because I can't get 2 bags in one of the big containers, the big trays anyway. We'll see how much faster kitting up this way, kitting up into trays makes me, and what I think of these ArtDot trays, because that was the other thing is I have 30 of these. Do I like them enough to keep them, or are they going to go the way of my Trabricks and get passed on to someone else who will use them? because I did not really care for the Trabricks. Okay, so there's my stack of the small ones, and I'm going to put that one on top so I can pick up the whole. So the thing is, I've got to be careful because all of these are openings, right? So if I carry it and I do that, they're all going to spill out. So I've got to be careful the way I carry them, and I didn't want to stack them too high so that I couldn't grab them with, well, I was going to say one hand, but I'll probably carry them with both hands just to be on the safe side. But that's all of the stickers, so all the colors. I'm now done. And I've got everything kitted up into just these little trays. So I've got 8 of the large ones, and then there's 17 colors, so 9 of the small ones filled with colors, and then I have one empty one each on top just to act as sort of a lid so that while I'm diamond painting, if I ever need to pour anything, I shouldn't, but if I ever need to, then I can use this as a lid. And then I've got an extra container here of the black, and I've also got 2 bags of the 310 that I still have for the kit. But everything is done and I'm ready to go. So now I just need to put washi tape on my kit and then I can start this one. Whew! That kit up actually went way faster, I think. I think if I had done that into my Elizabeth Ward, or even my bottle cases, it would have taken a lot longer. I wouldn't have had any extra pieces floating around like this, which is not my favorite thing, but I'll put up with it for the sake of doing this test. And we'll see how fast I am. Now, the other one that I did with my Trabricks was round, and this one is a square kit. So I know that's going to slow me down some. So if I can do this one, which is larger and square as compared to the bunny rabbit, which was about 7 hours. So if I can do this one about 9-ish hours, 9.5, that was my first ArtDot smaller kit that I did without the tray method. So if I can do this one, which is larger and square in the same amount of time as that first ArtDot one, I'm going to call that a win. We'll see how I do. That's it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around till the end of the video. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.